Yo, what up? I'm Sammy.
I'm Lucas.
And welcome back to Patched. And today we're going to be doing a versus video between the glorious Model O Wireless
and the Logitech G Pro X Superlight.
Yes, if you guys want to get either of these mice, we'll leave links below. And also if you guys want to follow our Twitch, here is our Twitch right over here. So the Model O Wireless is going for 80 bucks. So very, very cheap for a wireless mouse.
G Pro X, we've got 150 bucks.
Super expensive, almost twice the price as the Model O Wireless. So there's that. But anyways, let's get it started off with the shape. And these are both great shapes. Now, obviously, it all comes down to preference. The G Pro has a lot higher of an arch. And then the Model O Wireless has a pretty low arch. I wouldn't say it's super low, but it's quite low, especially comparing to the G Pro. But the overall shape is very similar because, you know, it's a very symmetrical shape in both of the mice, where it's a parabola, y equals x squared, right? You guys know what I'm talking? I'm just kidding. Okay, so it's pretty much even here at the front of the mouse and at the bottom of the mouse, and then you have the arch here in the middle, basically, for both of the mice. For me personally, I would say the G Pro feels better for palm grip because of the higher arch. If you want a fingertip or claw grip, I would say the Model O Wireless is just a tiny bit better, but the G Pro is still really, really nice to fingertips. So I would say the G Pro X has the overall more versatile shape.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I have larger hands, and for versatility, for means of versatility, the G Pro Wireless X Superlight Mega Ultra is the better pick. Yes. For my hands personally.
All right, as far as the buttons go, they feel pretty much the same. I would say the G Pro X has a little bit harder of a click, just by a little bit, but overall it feels very, very similar. But the Model O has a little bit more post-travel. The G Pro is pretty short in the pre-travel and the post-travel, so there's that. And these are both ambidextrous shapes, but there's only side buttons on the left, so it's more geared toward right-handed users for both of these mice. And as far as the side buttons go, they're both good. You know, it protrudes out a good amount. They're easy to press, and yeah, I really don't have any problems with the side buttons. Yeah,
side buttons really feel great. I would honestly just give the Model O Wireless a leg up just for being protruded out a little bit more. That's honestly just so nitpicky, but sure, okay. I'll give it to him.
All right. And as far as the scroll wheel goes, the Model O, I mean, it's pretty mushy. It's very, very smooth. The steps aren't very tactile.
I'll say it, it's trash.
Yeah, it's not that nice, you know? The G Pro has pretty well-defined steps. Not the hardest steps I've ever felt, but they're pretty damn nice, and I would say they're better than the Model O Wireless. So overall, I would say the G Pro is just a tiny bit better than the Model O Wireless. As far as the skates go, we got pure PTFE skates here on the Model O Wireless, as well as here on the G Pro X. The G Pro X looks a little bit cooler because, I don't know, I like this blue tint as opposed to this white pure PTFE skate here on the Model O.
Bonus points for cool factor, G Pro Wireless wins.
Yes, exactly. No. So they both feel like pretty damn smooth and pretty fast. I mean, I would say they feel similar as far as the skates go. And then as far as how thick they are, the Model O is a little bit thicker. So if you're looking for overall more durability, the Model O Wireless skates are a little bit thicker. So there's that. Also for the Model O Wireless, you have a DPI button here on top, and you can see there is an LED indicator for the DPI, so you know what step you're on, and we have a power switch for the Model O Wireless.
And they also made the power move of making the power switch when it's up, it's turned off, and when it's down, it's turned on for some reason. I don't know why they decided to do that. Here on the G Pro Wireless, like a civil company, down is off and then up is on.
My guy.
Is Glorious from Australia?
This guy. He's really complaining about that. I never even noticed.
Horrible mouse.
Oh
Trash.
My god. But anyway, so there's that. I guess the DPI indicator, if you want to switch your DPI on the fly, the Model O Wireless is a little bit more convenient for that. And then now moving on to the charging stuff, right? So the Model O Wireless obviously Lucas likes a lot better because it is USB-C. The trash-ass Superlight doesn't use a USB-C.
This is micro USB. What are we living in the Stone Age?
And we have an Ascended cable. It's braided, it's paracorded, whatever you want to call it, and it feels nice.
And we have Ooga Booga Caveman cable here. We're still using rubber. This is 2021 and we're using rubber cables here.
Exactly. So,
we're Logitech.
So it's so much better here in the Model O wireless apparently. But it's not a huge deal because I mean they both charge super fast. So it's not like you're really gonna like use a cable all too much, but 150 bucks.
But Logitech also charges 150 bucks, almost double the price, and still giving a rubber cable.
Versus 80. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah.
If they can do it for 80, Logitech, you can do it for 150. Come on.
All right. So for the Model O wireless, Glorious is claiming that it gets 71 hours, and then the G Pro Superlight gets 70 hours.
Along with the Razer Viper Ultimate is also only 70 hours. So inferior mice in every way.
This is superior, yes.
Yep.
But obviously we have the RGB, so if you like to have RGB, that's gonna shorten the life of the battery a lot. So, and there is no RGB here on the G Pro. You know, we only have one LED light, a very, very small light here on top of the mouse. All right, as far as weight goes, the Model O wireless comes in at 71 grams.
They advertise 69.
Yeah, and then the G Pro is 61 grams, so it is a good amount lighter, and it actually feels, yeah, like 10 ounces is a good amount. It feels a little bit lighter, and it's weird because it is bigger and a little bit like bulkier because it fills the hand a little bit more, but it's lighter, so it like you don't like expect that, but that's just how it is.
I give them brownie points for not having the hole punch design, but I also give Glorious brownie points for getting the number closer to 69, so they're tied.
Yes, totally. But yeah, I'm pretty sick of this. I don't really like the honeycomb design. Yeah, I feel like everyone uses it now, so.
It's just a cheese grater for your hands. It's kind of, I don't know, I'm very sick of that design.
Exactly.
So as far as the sensors go, you are using the Hero sensor on the Logitech with our Lightspeed technology. And then we've got the BAMF sensor, the badass motherfucker sensor on there. They won't say that that's what it is, but we know.
Yes.
We all know.
Yes.
And they both feel very responsive. You can't tell the difference between using it wirelessly and wired. Or with any other wired mouse. They both feel great, very responsive. I'd tie them on that one as well.
Okay. All right, as far as the build quality goes, so the Model O wireless, we got a like defective unit at first, and we were pretty mad because they took forever to respond, and it took forever for them to send another one. And then, you know, it was like pre-order or whatever, so we ordered it, and then it was like, it took like what, 3 months for us to get it, and then we got a defective unit. Oh my god.
We pre-ordered it. Everyone else got theirs before us.
Yes.
And then we got ours, and it's defective. And then we had to wait to send it back to them because we wanted to be civil. We wanted to send it back to them and review an actual like good unit, not a defective one.
Yes.
But we did get a defective unit first. And then even then with build quality, there's still a little bit of side wobble. I would still say the build quality, while it's not lacking, G Pro Wireless is just better build quality.
Yeah, like the finish is pretty similar, but I don't know, the G Pro like reflects light a little bit more. It's a little bit shinier, and it's a little bit smoother as well, but it also doesn't leave like a whole bunch of fingerprint marks. It does leave oil though, so if you have oily, sweaty hands, you'll definitely notice it. They're both pretty grippy, so there's really no problems with that. And also, like the cheese grater thing, I don't like that like all too much, but you know, like the G Pro, it just feels smooth and great in hand, like all around. So there's the build quality there.
Yeah, and another thing to note is that Logitech underneath, they've got a storage compartment for your dongle. Where am I going to store my dongle?
Yes. No, you gotta put it in the cheese grater. That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's a little plus for the G Pro. All right, so wrapping things up. So if you want the better mouse, G Pro. If you're looking to save money, Model O. And that's pretty much how I'm gonna say it. I mean, I guess shape is pretty important, but like they're both really nice, you know? Palm grip is still nice for the Model O. You can still fingertip really, really nicely on the Model O. And the G Pro, same thing. Fingertip and palm is just super comfortable, so.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know it all comes down to preference. And if I was buying a new mouse and I hadn't tried either of these shapes before, ever, okay, assume I'm new to the market, I will admit it would be hard for me to spend the extra, what, $70 on the G Pro Wireless X Superlight Mega Ultralight, but I urge you to try it. It's worth the extra money. This is your mouse. This is something you're typically going to be daily driving, unless you're mouse nerds like us. But it's a wonderful mouse. It's a really good one. And if you can get a hold of it and you don't like it, return it. Give this guy a shot. But I urge you to go with the G Pro X Superlight.
All right. So anyways, that about concludes our video. Again, if you guys want to get either of these mice, we'll try to leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.